Yes.
Your daily hour.
Yes.
It's not Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Hey, everybody. It's
the program.
Guess what day it is?
We're on TV.
Just a little guess.
Once again.
Once a day.
Yeah, once every day. Turn on the machines and we start talking.
For
an hour.
Yeah.
Or we'll finish an hour from now.
Yeah, hopefully we're trying
Yeah.
to finish.
Something's gonna happen. We know that.
In an hour, something's going to happen.
Yeah. Slim Whitman.
What day is it?
It is Monday. I
Really? Are you sure?
magically appeared on my rainbow carpet. Yeah.
Again, happens every 7 days.
It had wheels.
The
No,
carpet?
that's a lie. I'm talking about my socks. Never mind.
Jordy, the transporters.
Wheels on your socks. Why would you? I think you wouldn't want wheels on your socks because they would be inside your shoes. And
Oh,
then-
I was like, okay, I magically appeared, and then what would I be on? Well, I'd be standing on something, carpet, but it'd be all rainbow with lightning, maybe?
Or you got some sort of circular pad that lights up.
Oh, yeah.
With special effects.
A luminescent disc.
a luminescent disc skateboard thing.
Well, no, there'd be no wheels. It would hover. Yeah, that's more like it.
UFO hoverboard.
Well, it's flat. Yeah.
It's a disc.
I would go.
A flat disc hoverboard
We
thing.
need to make a humming sound. that
Hey,
was science
apparently they're going to come out this year because in some sort of movie around 1984 or 1994, you had a teenager from writing those things.
Back to the Future.
Got on the clock tower. And
Back to the
whatnot.
Future.
Oh,
It's the year.
okay,
We're in the year of it.
I'll tell you about the science of hoverboards and that sort of thing.
Oh, please do, because we're at the edge of our seat already.
Yeah, me too, right here. So the way that would work is, we don't have the technology currently to make a hoverboard.
Boo!
That is not possible right now with our current technology, unless Area 51, something, right?
Yeah, let's bring Area 51.
But what we can do is we're very, very close to creating magnets, super powerful magnets, using superconductors. And the idea is that you take these wraps of wire, just like, copper wire, but they're wraps of a special material, and you send current through them, and the current flows freely, and you can get super powerful magnetic fields doing this. And the material that they would use conducts without resistance. So the electricity just flows around like liquid. Right now, the materials that we use have resistance, and that resistance slows down the electrons and generates heat. And you ever felt a transformer where you plug the thing into a box and the box plugs into the wall and that boxy thing gets warm?
Oh, yeah.
That is the electricity around thousands and thousands and thousands of wraps of copper wire. As those wraps slow the electricity down, it generates heat and it warms up.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So what they figured out is we could do hoverboards and hover cars and hover bikes and all the hover, right? It would have to be a street or a sidewalk or a flat material going a length.
Specially built.
Well, some sort of material, and the material generates an electric field, right, using superconductors, and your hoverboard does the same, but they're opposite polarity. Well, actually, they alternate so that you're not being flipped over like a magnet. So, so the idea is that the two negatives repulse each other, and the hoverboard floats.
Whoa.
That's how it works. So the streets would have had to have been lined with this metamaterial.
And you need like electric streets, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except that they were flying in the movie.
That would be a lot of but we're talking about hoverboards too. That would be a lot of
well, the cars
electricity.
were flying.
It was from the same era, the same technology, and so whatever whatever technology they used for the hoverboard was probably the same for the car.
Well, okay,
One
but Robert's amendment.
That's not a stretch, is it? Is that a stretch?
No, I don't think it's a stretch. Carl seems to know some insider movie information. Though, but
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Science fiction is just science fiction.
well, but the fact
good
of it,
science fiction, this thing makes sense because of that thing, and those two things make the other thing make sense. They tie in together. Okay, good science fiction does that.
Well, yeah.
they're not making those streets though. They're going to be a lot of electricity. Too much.
If the technology existed to create an anti-gravity field, basically a repulsor field of some kind, to make the cars float, they could certainly do it in skateboards.
Yeah, but as I remember the movie, they had all these independent traffic of any one another. I mean, there was one line where the DeLorean almost ran into some sort of taxi cab.
I'm sure whatever you think about Back to the Future is correct, Carl. Because
yeah, it got off.
I'm sure you have a lot of thoughts on it.
Got off the track. It was going the wrong way. Everyone's supposed to be going in the path.
Big
He
sigh.
was out of the path. He
Yeah.
was driving
Big
all
sigh.
crazy.
How was the week, Dan?
Little sigh.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay.
You see anything on the streets?
Not a
No,
damn
last week,
thing.
nothing.
Puddles.
Regular stuff.
Stepped on a bug. I apologized, but it was too late. It was dead.
What kind of bug didn't move?
Oh, this, yeah, I would say probably not longer than, this part of your knuckle. Can you see that? Right from here to there. Right?
What do they call
couple
those?
Centimeters.
What do they call each part of your?
Anyway, it looked
Isn't
like,
there a word that they call for each part of your finger? Like a, I don't know. What, it's like-
yeah. Carpal?
Yeah. No smaller than a carpal.
Well, this is a carpal. That's a carpal. These ones inside your hands are metacarpals. And your feet are tarsals and metatarsals.
It was no larger than a tarsal.
Well, just good thing that you weren't time traveling.
Well, it was this big.
Well-
See my fingers right there? You got see that? Okay, so it was a worm-like thing, but it was moving incredibly slow. If you stared at it, you wouldn't see it move, but if you look away, and look around, and then look back, it's moved.
Like a centipede?
No legs. It's worm-like, but it's not shiny like a slug, and it's a very small,
Ew.
tiny thing. Yeah, very interesting.
Was
bug.
it weird? That's weird. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well,
Brown,
I've never seen these
amber
before.
brown, I would say.
good thing that you were time traveling, because then, like in that Ray Bradbury movie,
Which
where
one?
I don't know. Yeah,
you
Carl's
step
stuck
on
in
the
time
bug,
travel movies.
You
That's a
step on the
butterfly
bug.
in dinosaurs. Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna
Yeah.
create the butterfly effect, the worm with the butt.
Yeah.
Maybe you did anyway. But
Was that Fahrenheit 451?
was the worm? Was the worm?
No. It's a different story. It was a good one though. It was a great story.
Was the worm
Fahrenheit had to do with book burning.
inching or like how do worms
It
move?
moved like a slug, but it didn't look like a slug. It wasn't shiny. It was like it had a segmented
an inchworm.
body. But there was no inching happening. Not even any centimetering either.
Well, then how is it
that
going
would be
to
shorter?
transport itself if
shorter
it was
inching.
even inching or
Yeah, how was it
even
moving?
centimetering?
It was imperceptible. It was slow.
Yeah, very slow. Yeah.
Maybe it was injured.
I don't really get how slugs move either.
Oh yeah, I stepped on it.
Yeah, how was that?
Sorry, bug. Didn't mean to kill you.
Did you see it before you stepped on it?
I saw where it was, and I was walking back and forth, and I misstepped.
Maybe you stepped on it before. Maybe
What,
that-
in the
no.
past with time
no,
travel?
No,
Is that what
I
you're
was
talking about, Carl?
fascinated by it. I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen anything quite like this before, I think. I'm not sure. Let's examine this. So you get down close, you check it out.
Yeah, and then you accidentally step on it.
It didn't have, it had antenna, but it didn't have the little iPods that slugs have. It's a
Mhm.
different species altogether.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's freaky.
I'll call it Danapodia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I've
Until
ever
I
seen
find out
those kind
what
of
it
bugs
would
before.
is.
So
Well, I look at things like that. So
Well,
Find it
I
interesting.
guess I don't really look at the road too much when going around. So.
Put your flag on that animal or insect.
I found a pen.
Oh, good.
Congratulations.
Why, thank you.
We're playing.
We are going to play the dice game.
Yeah.
So,
How's the dice game work here?
roll 1 dice,
So-
and then 2 dice, and then 3 dice.
Yeah.
So pick a number between 1 and 6 viewers, as we are,
Do it now.
and you'll
Pick a
have
number.
fun with us.
I'm trying to visualize the future. Carl, what's your strategy for the dice game?
I flip a 6-sided coin in my head.
You're going pure chance, huh?
I flip a 6-sided
So
coin in my head.
That's visualizing.
Sure.
Whoa!
Oh, man.
Carl's visualizing. I'm also visualizing.
I
Dan,
did not,
yeah.
I did not visualize that at all.
Dan is trying to use the telekinesis.
Well, that's what I call lurching with the
I'm thinking
coffee
a
table.
A thrusting action like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's probably just more.
Oh, yeah, Mandy
Dramatic.
did not like the
That's
dice
probably
game
more-
yesterday.
That's probably more just more dramatic, but I'm gonna try and use it. I think I have the will, energy, something.
Good. We're
thing.
practicing. We're practicing using the things. It's the only way to do anything. Practice makes perfect.
And if this doesn't work, I'll try a different kind of motion. Right? Instead of
Yeah.
I'll do this right now. I'll try something else.
All right, here we go.
I kind of mean it though. You know?
Yeah, you better mean it. You're trying to. This is for real. Here we
Oh,
go.
the black one.
I mean it for real. I'm trying to visualize the future. Oh. Mandy, I lost.
Sorry, Mandy.
How'd
One
you
day
do?
late.
How'd you do, Carl? Did you win?
Are you a winner?
I got a 6,
Yeah. Nope.
so that's not a 6.
Okay, winning number is
A
4.
4 is...
What'd you pick?
I have a 2. I'm looking at the thing. We don't have any messages today.
Boo!
Oh no.
Who is calling
This is...
Oh,
Dan,
no.
help us.
on the Sunday? So I think what we're going to help us. What do we need help with? Speak for yourself.
Create some sort of science... time
Create
traveling.
science time travel talking. I think we're doing fine. You don't need help. I don't need help. Help you. You should say help me, Carl. Yeah, not speak for
yeah.
yourself.
Well,
I
yes.
can,
Dan, help me.
I can tell you all
I
kinds
need
of
help. Help
sciences.
me.
Would you like to hear some science things?
I don't need help, but yes.
No.
Hey, Freddie. How you doing?
Hey, Freddie.
Hey, I am doing good. I'm actually sitting in the drive-thru waiting to get my order. They have a Martin Luther King Jr. special where I get 4 McChicken sandwiches and 2 fries for $5.
What? That's pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds great.
One day only.
Where
And
is
guess where I am? I'm on Martin Luther King Jr. Road in Seattle.
Whoa.
So,
Wow.
Oh my
Happy
God.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And also, if Kirsten is watching this a week from now, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Yes,
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Maybe yeah, we'll call it a happy birthday too. There.
Blow out all the candles and make a wish. But
Yeah, that's-
in the reverse order.
That's pretty good. That's
Wow,
pretty
they're,
good.
they're about bringing me the bag. It's huge. Is there some nuggets for ketchup too? And I asked for ketchup, and I got some.
Get sweet and sour sauce
Right.
or honey mustard.
Okay, I got my food. I got it. Let's see. How many? Am I right? Is there actually this many McChickens? Yes, there are 4 McChickens, and I can eat them all by the time I get home.
Wow.
That is gonna be great.
That's
Hey,
pretty-
Freddie, pick
I'm
a
not
number.
even sharing with anyone, but this is definitely a meal you're supposed to share. But I'm not gonna share it.
Hey, Freddie,
I was
pick a
guys,
number.
but hey,
Pick a number.
I don't think you're ever supposed to share those things.
Well, you can share
5.
numbers.
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
Not yet. We've only rolled 1. I think all those like family size like chips. I guess maybe family size. I eat those.
yeah, it's enough. It's definitely gonna fill me up, but you know, it's not like it's too much food, really.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Did you go to that one on purpose?
Say that again.
Did you go to that one on purpose? Did they have that advertised?
No, I just pulled up into the drive-thru and I saw a sign on the menu, so I ordered it.
You got a good one. This is a special.
Nice.
Martin Luther King. That we talked about it last week a good amount though, and so.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a good episode. You guys talked about a lot of stuff.
Thanks, Martin Luther King. Thanks for diversity.
Yeah, diversity, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, also, you know, comets and whether or not we should mine Saturn for all of its resources.
Nice.
Just to recap, that was last week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to me now.
Are you
Zip, zip,
driving
zip.
now? Or
What?
are you driving now?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm at a stoplight.
how's the production then going? Real fast, because I think you want to get off the phone before while you're driving.
That hasn't really changed much. Things are going good. I'm going to have a meeting with the guy who runs COA. It's not Matt Boo. It's some guy whose also name is Rick,
Oh yeah.
who runs Media Island. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow about radio stuff.
You have
I guess.
You have a meeting with him. When is that?
No, not really. Someone from COA gave me his number, and said that I should call him and explain what's going on.
I have I don't think it's probably a good idea. But so what's going on is we're on the radio. Maybe you're listening to this on the radio, and we didn't really communicate that much with the radio people, and now they're complaining about Mr. Ginsu because it's iffy about what's going on with the radio. Like, where are we with them and what are we doing? We're sending it to them, and so it's like they're gonna Mr. Ginsu is vulgar, and it's like, can we put vulgar things on the radio?
Well,
We're about to find out.
The
So
rules are basically
Well, it's
a complaint generator.
we're trying to find out what the rules
system.
really are.
If no one complains,
You don't know. We don't know what the rules are. We're trying to find them. We're testing our boundaries.
I do.
No, but we
we don't
you know what the
we
rules
never
are.
get our license. We don't know. We've never talked about what's okay and what's not okay.
Yeah,
It's just,
the real
was
rules,
like
not the official rules. Our
it's a low
rules.
power station, but I think aside from the fact that maybe there's vulgarity, which maybe that's okay, but maybe the purpose of the station is about politics or something, and I wonder if there's deeper differences that might have to be addressed as well. So we'll see what happens. I think honestly that maybe we're gonna try to make it work, but I don't think that we're also gonna try to keep ourselves from censoring ourselves,
Yeah, and specifically, Mr. Ginsu, if you're watching or if you're listening to us on the radio, the number is 360-836-4384. 360-836-4384. It's Do08 Dog Doug. You call. Tell us about it.
Yeah, call us about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm about to hit the freeway, but thanks for calling me. It's always nice to hear from you guys. It's a good part of anybody's day is a call from the program or a call to the program. So if you're there at home and want to talk, call that number, 836-4384-360. 360-8 Dog Doug. That's it. Okay. Anyway, thanks, program. Sorry I didn't win the dice game. I'm not sorry to you, just to myself.
All right, bye.
None of us did.
Bye.
It'll be okay.
Well, none of us have lost yet either, though. So we still
Well,
have
let's not give our hopes up
to win.
to lose.
You want don't lower your hopes so much. I mean, there's some hope.
Don't hire your unhopes.
We only have.
I don't know.
It's only 500 points out of a possible 3,000 points. That means we still have 2,500 points left to go. So
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. So anybody can come back still.
Okay, so I didn't win this time. I need to use a different gesture.
Yeah.
Make it, something.
Well, Mandy hated the fact that she never got a 4 once. Apparently, whenever she has
Has he never
come
gotten
on
any
the program,
4s?
I don't know. I'm not the intern of the program, so I wasn't able to look. I'm busy doing Carl stuff.
So you didn't go back and look at every episode of Mandy and to see what the numbers of the dice were after she rolled it?
Unfortunately, no. I'm too
You're slacking.
busy. Yeah.
9, 8.
Aren't we
No,
all?
it's
Seven,
yeah. There's no. We need to get an intern to actually do that kind of stuff. So we can get the intern.
2, 1.
Now it's info time.
Okay.
Here are answers to some frequently asked questions about the program. You're experiencing it right now. It's called Your Daily Hour with Me. It's a hyper-life, hour-long call-in television talk show on the radio that's recorded in Thurston County every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 on leap years. YDHWM began on September 19, 2010. Tapes a week in advance, so you're watching this on TV at 11:30 p.m. on Channel 42 or listening on Gold Power FM 106.5. This episode taped the same weekday as the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped the same day of the month of the previous year. You could also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384 and leave a message. We'll call you back on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. And now back to the program.
You did an excellent job there, Mr.
I could do better.
You do a better job. Did you miss some words?
No, I think you got them all.
I think you did it the best
Don't-
you could. 100%.
Yep.
A
Don't
plus.
give your
Yep.
hopes up, Carl.
Why do you keep saying that? Because I was saying that you're repeating my phrase
I'm
now.
really hopeful. I'm
The
always
quest-
hopeful.
I think
Uh-huh.
the quest for improvement in whatever a person does is a good quest.
But
Yeah.
What?
also it's good
No.
to say that you did it the best you could, and it's perfect. I think every time.
Yep.
But
there's no
there's
flaws.
always tomorrow to improve.
Yeah, well, you trying to improve? Why don't you just try to stay the same? Let's try it tomorrow. Why don't you try to do a little bit worse?
Well, because human innovation is always about excelling.
Oh well,
The
we're gonna try to do the
prior
opposite of that though.
generation.
Maybe it always has been, but we're gonna do it the opposite way, and maybe tomorrow do it a little bit worse. I think you did it too well.
No.
You read too many of those words. You gotta
No.
bring it down a little bit. Read a little
No.
bit. Get caught up in a few more words. It seemed too like rehearsed
alert.
and stuff.
Will Robinson.
Hey, do you want to
No.
hear about the Dwarf Planet series?
Do you, Mr. Ginsu? Huh?
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You said people were complaining about me.
They were, yeah.
What was the complaint?
I'm not
I need to know
complaining
what the
about you.
complaint
I
was.
love you, bro.
What?
I want to know what the complaint was.
It was
Foul language.
basically foul language. Actually, we don't really know what the complaint was all the way, and it wasn't specifically about you, in particular. I'm just blaming you.
Oh.
That's very good.
Somebody.
You fucking killed me, motherfucker.
Oh yeah. The complaint was generally just like, that was so offensive and vulgar or something like that, and I was like, oh yeah, it's probably Mr. Ginsu. What else would they be talking about?
Charge
I
200
see.
clear.
I see. I get to
dead.
blame you, even though it was probably you or fucking Carl.
No, it was most definitely you though. I mean, nothing else was really
Or it
that
could be
vulgar.
me.
We don't really do anything that.
I'm too nice on the program.
No, but they didn't say that. They said they were unhappy about vulgar things. I think they were talking about that day that you were mad that the lady smelled like mop water. Remember that? Maybe I shouldn't bring it up.
Oh, fuck. They didn't like that.
Yeah, let's not. bring
Yeah,
that
you were.
up.
That was the specific thing that they didn't like. So now I don't know if I should be bringing that up again.
I
but-
can only imagine what they would have done if they would have walked into that store and smelt what I smelled.
Yeah, I think it was your words. You know how in your wording is the.
Well, I have an imagination, just like Carl told me.
Yeah, no, I think
I
it's
don't
okay.
have an imagination. What?
Well, see the rules for.
Sorry.
You told me I had
No, no,
quite the imagination.
We have no rules.
Mr.
There's no rules. We're trying to. There's no real rules. We have our own rules, Dan. We're not talking about like the real rules that have already been established for for our radio time.
Let me ask you
We're
this
establishing
question,
new
then.
rules. What? Yes.
Now that we've understood that must be funny, and we don't give a fuck about really who it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not.
Can you answer how old they was?
I don't actually know. It was
just as in general how old they was.
we got it. It's like we got a complaint like from the people. The radio people just told us that there was a complaint, so we know very little.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. So the people down at the radio station, would that be like Jim Langing?
Yeah, Jim Langing. What is that? The Are you talking about the guy that does the show off? What's that guy's name?
I'm talking about people in general.
Yeah.
People that work the radio, maybe.
Don't talk about me in general. Be specific.
No, the radio people.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not. I want to be totally specific because that's just because.
Tomorrow, Freddie is talking to them, to the radio people, and we're gonna get some specifics about the future.
Yeah, the audio part of the program goes out on radio. So
Yeah, I think Mr. Ginsu
No
knew about
Power
that. Right?
FM, but
Yeah.
it's still radio.
yeah, well, it's kind of different than TV.
It's the real. We're on the real radio.
Dan, what the fuck is Dan doing there?
It's Monday.
What? Yeah.
dude.
What
How
day
are
is
you?
it?
He's talking about science. What are you doing?
What
Yeah.
day is it? Not yet.
Yeah, it's Monday.
It's Tuesday.
He talked about hoverboards.
Fucking son of a bitch. Okay, so it's Monday, and I caught you before you freaking called McDonald's, and Dan been nice and quiet over there in the corner.
Oh,
Wow.
I have been laughing.
No, actually.
Oh, I
you
see, I
said-
see. You
I'm
said
in
it
one
was funny
corner,
enough.
Tim's
That's
in-
good. I haven't heard you laughing, though, so maybe that's just
Oh,
part of the
I don't
interference.
think my mic is. I mean, am I as loud as Kenny and Carl?
It's not picking up through the mic. It's just through the thing.
Oh.
We're talking to the phone people.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought Carl was
oh.
over there laughing at me, but it was you.
I never laugh at people. Even myself.
Well, no, I wasn't laughing at you.
Now I think you're lying to me now.
Yeah.
Who?
Carl's messing around.
I'm sitting up, bro.
Huh. Well, you want to hear about science or something, Mr. Ginsu?
Hey, they took pictures of a little planet today.
Yeah.
Wait, stop. What about the planet today?
Okay, so people complained when they changed kind of the title of Pluto, right? Pluto was one of the 9 planets, and then they changed its classification, and so now we say there are 8 planets, but Pluto's
Did
still...
you say they changed its constipation?
Yes, that's almost exactly what I said.
Okay. So it's kind of clogged up there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So people complain because Pluto's not a planet anymore, blah blah blah, and they're all whining.
Yeah, I sound pretty constipated to me.
Yeah, that's what happened. So
Overshare.
So Pluto's still a planet. It's just a different kind of planet. There are 3 different kinds of planets. There's rocky planets like the Earth and Mars and Venus and Mercury. There's gas giant planets like Jupiter and Saturn and Uranus and Mars. And then there's dwarf planets like Ceres and Pluto and Sedna and Maki. Yeah.
And then there's inhabitable planets like the Earth.
Yeah. Well,
So there's four or five kinds of planets.
pardon?
Oh, yeah.
Once you make it inhabitable, which none of the others are, you got to add an extra kind.
What?
Okay, I'm not following.
You listed the Earth under a rocky planet, but it's inhabitable, which means it's like livable, right?
Correct. Yeah.
That means it's an extra kind of planet.
It's an extra
Just because the
kind.
other planet's rocky, don't mean it's livable.
Well, we could go with the Vulcans and call it an M-class planet.
Hey, if it wasn't livable, there would be no God, because none of us would be here, and there's nobody would have bitch about God, because we wouldn't be here. Shut
Thank
the
you,
fuck
Mr.
up.
Ginsu, for that. Whatever it was.
If humans didn't exist, would there still be God?
Nope.
Ooh.
If we didn't exist, there wouldn't be no fucking God, let me tell you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody would say shit. They'd just go,
Yeah.
I'm an amoeba or something.
Okay.
Well, anyway, so there is one of these dwarf planets like Pluto. It's not real big. It's a little over 300 miles in diameter. It is the largest object in the asteroid belt. Okay, and it's around the size of Pluto.
As in the Milky Way?
In our solar system.
The Milky Way?
No, in our solar system, right?
Oh, okay.
Our asteroid belt, right? It's got all kinds of asteroids. Well, this is the biggest one. And it's called Ceres, and it's a dwarf planet like Pluto. And there is a probe with ion engines. Oh, yeah, ion engines. And it's going to be there in about 4 months.
Is this within
And
the
it started taking pictures this week.
Is this within the asteroid belt?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and they've never got a really good picture of it. So, this little spacecraft has got great cameras and magnometers. It'll tell us if it has a magnetic field, and it'll orbit around it.
Magnometers.
Yep, it'll orbit around it. So they'll get a specific mass and all kinds of pictures.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Ginsu, pick a number. We're rolling the dice.
6.
Here we go. Oh. Where'd they go? 6. Oh. 4.
No, come on.
Oh, you win.
You got 500 points.
You win. So what are the numbers?
6 and 4.
So who wants to fight?
Huh?
2, 6, 4. Well, not yet. There's no chance at it yet.
There it
6,
is.
2, 4. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I say we rig up a cage fight.
Yeah. Instead of the dice game, cage fight.
No, we'll just have a cage fight between you and me and Dan and Freddie and Carl.
Well, that's a barroom brawl, isn't it?
No, you get a bunch of cages and you make the cages fight each other.
And then we'll make it pay-per-view.
That's right, people have to pay.
Yeah.
And then
you have a
I'll
cage
kick your guys' asses.
build
And then
with my name on it.
fucking...
But how
Yeah.
do
We
you
can-
give it sentient life? Come on now.
No, you hold the cages and they go and they fight each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many push-ups can you do, Dan?
Pardon?
How many push-ups can you do?
Have you like counted and just like tried
Yeah.
to do as many as you could?
100?
All right. How many push-ups can you do, Katie?
I don't do push-ups.
Yeah, sometimes more.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Are you actively doing push-ups, Mr. Ginsu? Probably not, right?
Pardon me?
Are you doing push-ups? Actively doing push-ups?
I used to be able to do push-ups, but I don't do push-ups for 10 years.
Yeah. Why would you be doing push? Are you trying to strengthen your exercise?
Yeah,
should
all
be
I do
counting, you
now
need to
is
be
push
counting.
myself up out of bed.
Are you trying to up your push-up number when you were doing push-ups?
You trying to
Oh, I
get
used to be
better?
able to do 100 push-ups.
In an hour?
100 chin-ups.
In what amount of
Any
time?
old time, I can do 100 chin-ups, 100 push-ups, freaking whatever.
Hey,
Did you-
listen,
did
Mr.
you count
Ginsu,
them?
I promise, I don't do them all at once. I
Did-
do a set of 25.
I could do them all at once. I just blast them out.
Did you
Yeah,
count?
yeah,
Did you
I don't
ever
do 'em
fight
all
a
at
guy,
once. No.
Mr. Ginsu? Did you ever fight a guy? Or how much did you bench, Mr. Ginsu?
I don't do them
How
all
fast
at
could you
once.
run a mile? What was your mile time?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? You ever had to fight a guy? You ever fight a
I'm
guy?
fast.
Yeah.
I'm
how
fast.
how fast are you? You ever fight a guy? You think you would win?
Huh?
You think you would win if you fought a guy?
What?
Carl's pretty slow.
You think if you got in a fight, you think that you would win the fight?
Yep.
I don't know if you would win the fight.
He'd probably
Between
win
me
over
and
Carl.
you, I'm the
Yeah!
winner.
Oh,
I
you would
say-
you
He'd
would
win
fight
over
me?
Carl.
I say start doing push-ups. That's what I say right now, today, tonight.
Challenge, physical challenge.
Oh, just do 2.
Great, fuck on. Get on it. Fucking cage fight, motherfucker. We'll
Dude.
pay per view.
Do 5. 5 push-ups.
Yeah.
Cage fight. 5's enough. Isn't 5 enough? Why do you need to be doing so many push-ups? You should.
Hey,
You don't need, if you want to be doing push-ups, it's okay. But I don't think you need to be counting.
Most fights last only 30 seconds to a minute.
Hey, man.
But if you get in a fight with me, you got to be able to fight for an hour.
Are you good at fighting?
Doing push-ups will
Yeah, fight for an hour.
doing push-ups will develop your pectoral muscles so that if there's a monster
If you can't fight for 1 hour, do not get in a fight with me, because I will just tire you out, and then I will fucking, you will be mine.
You think
You'll just be butter. You'll just be
You're a
wishing
tough
you could
guy.
breathe.
he will win through attrition.
You will win the fight if you
Through
get in a
attrition.
fight. Hey, you
He
know,
will wear the others down.
don't get in a fight with me. I'll win the fight.
That's right. I'll
right.
win. I'll tire your ass
You're
out.
gonna fight. I'm gonna. Hey, don't fight me.
Well,
I win
you know
fight.
what? I'm already tired, so.
When I fight, I win
you
fight.
win, Mr. Ginsu.
I'll win the
You
fight.
better-
I'll
better
win the
go
fight.
push-ups there.
Don't challenge me to a fight. I'll win the fight.
Get in the chair.
I'll win the fight. Yeah. What about? Yeah.
Thank you. Fatty shit. Right after you get in a fight with me, you'll be like Carl, staring at the sky for fucking 6 hours.
I'll win the fight.
I do that.
Don't fight me. I'll win the fight.
do
Did
that.
you?
I
You
do
see?
that.
You see street stuff, Mr. Ginsu? Did you go back to that? Did you ever talk to the manager of that store?
Nope.
You still?
Like I said, I drank all the pop and never had to go back because I didn't need to get my money back no more.
Well, have you gone back there to shop or anything though?
Why would I do that? So
'Cause
I
it-
can freaking have
Because you're.
fuck that.
It's the close. It's the close to your.
Are you a glutton for smelling of bad
No,
smells?
but isn't it close to your home though?
Yeah, come on.
I'm absolutely not a glutton, and I don't need the place. I need the place like a fucking bad habit, so I don't need it at all.
Yeah, but isn't it close to your home?
Mm-mm.
Oh, why did you go there in the first place? It was just on the way to where
It
you're
was
going?
kind of handy at the time,
Oh, okay. So then you don't need to go back.
but I don't need to go back because it ain't handy at all now.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's okay. Then if it's not the place close to your place, then you could ignore it.
Yeah, don't listen to Carl.
Mhm.
What? How do you like your local convenience store? Do you go to that one?
Pardon?
How is the local convenience store? How is the cleanliness of that place?
I have no comment.
You haven't been to the local one?
I have no comment.
No comment about the cleanliness of your local convenience store?
That's correct.
All right. I
Smells
find
kind of fishy, if you ask me.
you do the local one. I find my local convenience store to be very well kept, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got no comment.
No comment about the cleanliness of your local video store or convenience store.
Smells
I don't-
kind of fishy to me.
Are you saying that this studio smells fishy? Or,
No,
Are-
his story.
No.
I don't think you people can handle it. I think all I'll hear is a bunch of bitching and moaning and fucking
what can't
Baloney.
You know
what
what
can't
I
we
think?
handle?
You know what I think?
freaking golly.
You know what I think? I think that it is inconvenient to discuss the hygiene of the convenience store. That's what I'm thinking. Right there.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, what are we complaining about? Or
It's inconvenient.
what's the it that we can't handle, Mr. Ginsu? What can't we handle? Uh-oh. Are you gone? I think you might be gone. Well, I can handle it.
Shut the fuck
oh,
up,
he's there? You're not-
motherfucker.
You still there? Are you just been quiet?
Shut the fuck up. Do I look like I'm going to answer that motherfucker?
What, we're gonna handle it?
Well, you can answer
You
whatever
can't
you
handle the
want.
truth. All I hear is that stupid person bitching and moaning again. So fucking whatever.
Which person? You're just being
Don't be
vague
so
about everything, though.
cranky.
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
Well, see, I don't know what the person said, so I
What
still
person?
can't.
The radio person?
Whoever was bitching the first time, I don't know what they said still, so I really can't help you.
Alright, I think
Well,
we're-
you don't even need to listen to Carl because he talks both corners out of his
that's your
mouth.
name. Don't wear it out.
Yeah.
You talk out the corner of your mouth.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've heard about this.
What?
I find this interesting.
The Mr. Ginsu complaining about his convenience store thing?
Sure.
Or what are you talking about?
No, I'm more interested in
complaint
what
thing?
freaking Dan has to say.
The radio complaint.
What?
I haven't heard about this before. This is I'm hearing this at the same time you are, Mr. Ginsu.
9.
Hey, it's time for a commercial break.
He knew this for.
Hey, how about having a
4
commercial break
hours.
and then shoving that fricker where it don't shine?
Now it's time for a commercial break.
Okay, commercial break.
You cut 20 or 30 minutes off. I don't know.
Put
But
up on the next episode of the
I
program.
really accept it.
It's a commercial break, sir.
With me.
We're
Hey,
back.
everybody. It's the commercial to the program. We're talking to Mr. Ginsu. We were talking about rice.
And Carl talks about his artistic process
Yeah.
and Carl's spin-off show.
Yep. Not spin-off. Okay. Tune in at 11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. on Channel 22. It's a rumor.
360-836-4384. 4.
Happened.
You're on the radio. Call in.
No, you're not.
If you're listening on the radio right now, 360-836-4384.
222.
Oh.
Boo.
Yeah, I'm trying to reach out to the radio. I'm not sure if anybody is listening to the radio. I guess that one person is. At least one person.
I got one little bastard out
That's
there.
the only
listening.
that's the only feedback we've ever gotten about anything. So I'm actually think it's okay that it's like somebody's listening somewhere, maybe.
Hey, listen.
Any press is
Yeah,
good
you got
press.
one little bitchy motherfucker out there.
Hey, everyone. Listen. If you're hearing the program and it's the radio, give us a call at
360-836-4384.
yeah. Give us a call.
4222.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, did I fuck something up? I'm sorry.
I think
I was
it's
just
okay.
trying to help.
You were trying to help.
Okay, do it one more time. Last time. It's go.
Nah, I wanted to play into Mr. Ginsu's games. All right, let's hear about this. The rest of your rocky planet. Why are we talking about rocky planets and
Okay. So
regular planets? And
there are 3 different kinds of planets. So we get the gas giants, the rocky planets, and the dwarf planets. And all the to qualify as a dwarf planet, you just have to be big enough to be around, not necessarily cleared that area of your orbit of all the other little bits and pieces. And yeah.
Wait a minute. Aren't they all former moons?
No. The only dwarf planet that there's any kind of issues about is Charon, and this is the giant moon orbiting Pluto. And there's Pluto and Charon or Charon, and generally the way they figure it is a planet. The way you tell the difference between a planet and a moon is where the center of gravity is. And in the case of the Earth, the moon's mass is over here, and there's a particular distance. But if you watch the two spin around each other, the Earth would wobble a little bit, but the moon would travel in more or less of a circle. And you take both masses and you find the very center point of gravity. And if that center point of where they're pivoting, right? If
Right.
they were physically attached and
Yes.
spinning around each other, they would pivot on this center point. Okay? If that center point is inside one of the worlds, then that world is considered the planet, and the other one outside of that is considered the moon. In the case of Pluto and Charon, that center of gravity is just outside of Pluto. So they're in a very real way orbiting around each other. It's not so much Charon orbiting around Pluto. And so Charon is big enough and round enough, and it has the mass, it also qualifies as a dwarf planet. And so sometimes this Charon is referred to as the moon of Pluto. Sometimes it is referred to as another dwarf planet. There's a lot of argument over this because they are gravitationally bound, and one is bigger and one is smaller. Therefore, the smaller one is, kind of the moon. And Pluto's got other moons as well. And there is a probe that is about 8 months away. And it is called New Horizons, and it's heading straight for Pluto. And Pluto has the big moon, right, or the dwarf planet, Chiron, and then it's got like 4 other moons: Nix and Styx and Hydra and Oberon or something like that. There's some. It's a weird name. And there's a couple other tiny little icy bodies they think might be little tiny little moonlets that are floating around there. And they will start taking pictures here in a week or a month. And they need to really characterize what kinds of bits and pieces are floating around this little system, right? You've got this little world, and it's got all these things floating around it. And the New Horizons probe, that's the name of it, is going to fly through that tiny little planet and moon system, and they want to make sure that there's nothing going to be there when it flies through. They're worried about there being all kinds of bits and pieces and rings and flotsam and jetsam floating around this little system going around. So they're going to start taking pictures of that. But the Dawn probe with the ion engines is traveling towards Ceres, and it will be there first. They figure it'll get there May or June.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas New Horizons, July, August.
So
sounds like you've been studying up.
Oh, I love this stuff. I read this stuff, and
I can tell.
Pluto and Charon, do they think that there was like a larger planet or something that kind of broke
they
apart?
don't know, and it's probably not a good idea to speculate too far on what you don't know. They know that there's a lot of stuff floating around this Pluto, this little system. There's way more stuff floating around it than what they even imagine. Right? When they found the moon.
So how many suns are there out there? In all the universes that are out there, how many suns are out there?
How many suns?
About as much as grains on the planet.
Okay. Our galaxy has about 400 billion suns or stars. Not all of them are like ours. Some are smaller and more orange and dimmer and not.
There's only one sun though, right? It's the sun. All the other ones are stars. I mean, the sun is a star, but the stars aren't suns, though, right?
One of the closest stars to us is called Alpha Centauri, and it's a star very much like ours. A little bigger, a little brighter.
Well, you don't call it the sun. It's only the sun is only one.
Well,
it's the only one.
If you're on a planet orbiting that would be your sun.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Kenny. Maybe you'll learn something.
There's only one sun, though. It's the sun.
Well, no, it's a matter of
all the other ones are stars.
Well, not if you're
like
up
the
close
Earth. I mean,
to
it's almost
that
like
star.
calling it isn't it like the name of
close
it?
to that star, it's their sun.
Or does it have its own star name
Well,
too?
you know what? The sun has a capital letter, and I think when you're referring to other stars and using the term sun, it's a small s.
Yeah.
Our sun is
it's
the title.
The sun.
Whereas the other is a reference.
Yeah.
Title, expression, something. So it has another star floating around it, fairly close, and it orbits. It has an elliptical orbit. It orbits as close as Saturn, and as far as Neptune, and so it goes in close and comes up far. And there is a belief that there's a little planet orbiting very, very close to that star, Alpha Centauri b.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then there's a
How about that?
There's a third companion star. It's a very, very small red dwarf, and it's orbiting way, way, way far away from them. Thousands and thousands and thousands of times farther than the Earth is from the Sun. Thousands of AUs.
Well, I wonder what went on for this germination of that solar planet or solar system, that you have 3 different suns within one system.
Well, all stars start out as a big old disk of gas that starts swirling around, and there's kind of a magnetic field, and so that tends to kind of organize the disk into a flattening kind of thing. Anytime you have a magnetic field, you get a spinning thing. If there's any kind of metal going on, it creates a magnetic field, and that will flatten the disk. And then, if you get any kind of turbulence in that, you're going to have something else swirling around, and that will gather more mass, and you could end up with a star. If the start-out material is enough for 4 or 5 or 6 stars, you might end up with 3 or 4 orbiting around each other.
Dang.
So,
Time for the final dice game.
Okay, what number did you pick?
6.
Mr. Ginsu's a 6. I have a 2. Carl's a 4, 6. Oh, you have a 6 too?
I picked a 3, as always.
Right now, Carl and Mr. Ginsu have 500 points. Nobody else has any points.
Okay, using my telekinesis. Oh no! No, you lost.
Oh, you lost the dice in the bag.
No,
Carl dropped the dice in the bag.
in the bag trick.
You find it? You find it?
Yeah.
Getting the bag away from you so it happen again, huh?
Yeah.
The bag's close to
Okay,
the
I'm
thing.
using telekinesis right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look that.
4, 6, 4, 4. Oh, well, 4 is. That was a 6. That was a 6. But it looks like 4 would have won.
Oh man.
Hey,
Holy
sorry,
shit.
Mandy.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, dang, man. Yeah.
I
We'll
am
have to-
so using the wrong telekinetic powers.
We'll have to
on
tell
those
her.
guys. It's
What's
just
going on?
not working.
You listen to the radio, Mr. Ginsu? What's that?
Oh, they said a deadly virus leaves a local girl hospitalized.
Yeah, it probably happens every day. don't
Deadly
need to know.
virus.
That's the news. The news is never helpful. What are they going to tell you about bad stuff?
Yeah, stuff to fear.
So what's the? Did you have a point, or I mean, at the end of the science story that was gonna, or the ending, or is it you're just saying general stuff about the? Space? Did you have? Was there a ending to your science
Yummy.
topic?
Mine?
Yeah,
Well, okay.
because you're just saying like things about stars.
Well,
right?
I got off topic.
Oh.
Mainly what I'm talking about, or what
Sure, if I load ball?
what I wanted to focus on, were these 2 dwarf planets.
Uh-huh.
And that people get all, you're like, oh, Pluto's not a planet. Yes, it is. It's a dwarf planet.
Okay.
So we're having 2 dwarf planets we've never visited being visited this summer.
Ooh.
Then why
Early
didn't we
summer, late
visit them?
summer, yeah. Pardon?
Why didn't we visit them? Are we a bunch of assholes or something?
No, we're doing it now. We're doing it now.
No, NASA and the European Space Agency were chintzy, tightwad, skinflint, cheapskate bastards. They didn't want
Like
to
I
spend
said,
the
we're a
money.
bunch of assholes, okay.
Yeah, they didn't want to spend the money to send a probe out there because they're chintzy, tightwad,
So,
skinflint, cheapskate bastards.
Russia sent the probe?
Nope.
Why?
Okay.
Why don't they give all that money
The
instead
new-
of space to starving
Now
children?
you speak my language, I get you.
Yeah, both probes are American. One is, no, wait.
Wait,
one,
wait.
Yeah, wait. The Dawn one, the Dawn one is European Space Agency. I'm pretty sure the one visiting the dwarf planet in the asteroid belt, right? And
Alpha
NASA.
Centauri?
No.
Okay.
That might
Yeah.
be next decade probably or something. Anyway,
Okay.
NASA sent the New Horizons probe to visit Pluto. And it's got a super awesome camera. It's got a super power telescope camera. It's
Whoa.
yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Is your whole point about this is that the dwarf planets are not
No, we're
moons?
traveling to them. That's the news. That's the.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, but the moons are they're not moons. They're not moons. With,
Well,
stretched
It,
out
that's all. That's all
Only-
semantics, anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess somewhat, but the Pluto Chiron thing,
Like our
is
planets.
really
Our
it's,
planets' moons are planets, and is Pluto a planet? It's like not change. It's nothing's happening. You know, they're
right,
saying
they're
stuff,
still planets.
or if they're still not planets, there's still things out there. It's like there's like that's a rock, and they're like that's not a that's a stone,
Well,
and
I
then
will
like no,
say
it's a
this.
rock. It's not a stone. It's like a stone, or you know.
I will say this: part of the natural formation of a star is the production of planets. Because you get the big swirls, right, in this little spinning disc, and they become the stars. But you've got hundreds and hundreds of little swirls, and they become planets, and moons, and asteroids, and comets, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Every single star in the galaxy does the same thing, unless there's something wonky that goes on, right? So every single 400 billion stars, and probably 400 billion planets. Now, whether or not they're rocky planets or dwarf planets or gas giant planets or brown dwarfs, we don't know all that quite yet, but this is a common process. It happens. Every star that forms, planets are part of that process. So there are cajillions. And it's entirely possible that there are more planets than there are stars. So there could be 800 billion. I need to say that more impressively. Billion. When I say billion, I need to be more billion.
How many more multiples of planets
Billion.
are there
How's that?
than
Is that pretty good?
stars?
Is that what?
How
That's
many more
right.
multiples of planets are there than
3.
stars?
3.
Yeah, probably.
3?
Probably 3. Probably 3 times as many. Oh,
Sweet.
yeah. We keep, every week, I read science news about the discovery of more planets orbiting other stars, and these are all kinds. They're just getting better. They're finding smaller ones, more Earth-like ones, more and more, all the time.
On the average, are there like 3 planets to one star system?
It's looking more and more that way, and the smaller ones are more. There's more of them. There's more smaller ones than there are the big, gigantinormous ones like Jupiter and Saturn. There's more ones that are super Earth or Earth size or Neptune, Uranus size. There's more smaller ones and fewer bigger ones, just kind of like all over the place.
Yay.
There's more smaller stars than there are bigger ones. Yeah.
So whenever we go to these other planets, should we plant a tree on every planet?
Yes.
Plant a tree. Arbor Day.
Yes. Well, first we need to make sure we're not, going to disturb the natives, because the natives might, they might.
Invasive species, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe they'll decide to plant a tree on us. So,
Like
we should,
Scotch broom.
yeah, we should check that shit out first, man.
Don't bring your Scotch broom here.
That's right. They could get mad and kick our asses
I am.
from space.
No.
Maybe it could happen.
No.
Not if you plant a pot tree.
Oh, well.
All right.
I guess. Yeah.
Well, that's a different story, huh?
It is. We're getting down to. We only have a few minutes left here.
That's like an olive branch or something. Here you
So
go.
they're visiting them, and we're gonna be looking forward to this happening.
With
Well,
a dove. Olive branch with a dove.
Oh, there is a plan to send a probe to Europa, this moon orbiting Jupiter. They want to have
What
a
about the-
lander land on this moon of Jupiter, Europa, which is the most friendly planet. It's the most friendly moon that we've met so far. It's got an icy surface. It's really big. In fact, it's bigger than Pluto or Ceres. It's huge.
Are you serious?
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I
I
joke.
am serious. So it's really big. It's got an icy coating, and it's got an ocean inside that is floating.
There it is. Thanks, Freddie. Thanks, Dan.
Yep.
Carl, Mr. Ginsu, thank you.
So they want to send a lander on there and have an orbiter orbit around that moon.
Thanks for showing up.
So it has a
Dr.
nice
Dan.
squishy ocean center.
About
Thanks for
5
showing
years.
up, Carl.
About 5
Thanks
years.
for showing up, Jenny.
My pleasure.
Freddie, you never showed up, so fuck yourself.
No, he was on the phone.
Thank you.
As-
Thank
Oh,
as-
Freddie
as
was
a
on the
5
phone.
year-
Sorry, don't fuck yourself then.
It has a 5-year squishy center.
Huh?
You said 5 years.
Squishy Center?
No, we're not sending anything there for 5 years. We're probably sending
Oh.
this Europa probe in 5 years.
But it has an ocean inside.
Yeah.
Inside ocean.
Yeah. An icy crust and an ocean under that.
So it's got a
It
squishy
has its
center.
own. Yeah, it's got its own magnetic field.
I bet it's made out of cheese.
Well, actually, mostly water ice and dirt. Lots of
That's right. When the ocean rises, y'all
Episode
gonna
number and
know.
date and day of the week.
They think the ocean is salty,
TCTV, yeah.
and they saw geysers come out of it too.
The ocean will call
YDHWM.com.
you.
11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m.
Europa had
You ever hear the ocean calling your name?
360-836-4384, code 106.5 FM. Yeah.
Europa geysers.
Who you guys want to be on the crew? Andy, Christine, Deb,
Carl,
Dan,
Dick,
Something's happening on that
Redbird,
moon.
Andy, Steve, Zane.
It's got
UFO FBI,
It's got plate tectonics.
TCTV, thank you, Crystal Ball, La Bebe,
Subduction
Jordan
zone.
E, fabulous, Thurston County, Washington State, USA, thank you.
Little mountain system.
Yours, mister?
Just like on the Earth.
Volcanic
Hell yeah,
activity.
dog!
Oh, yeah.
Woof woof.
Europa. Series.